Hello, dear Libra. Welcome to Divine Debut. This is your 2020 yearly preview video, and it will be extended just before the turn of the year. So thank you so much for being here. This is Kathy, as usual, here to give you guidance, to give you a sneak peek into the big year of 2020. Now we're already into the energies of the eclipses, which will be happening in the month of December around Christmas and beginning of January. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you out there. This is the 26th today of November 2019. So hope you're all having a wonderful time in the US. So everybody, it's nearly Christmas. How the year's gone past so quickly. Let's see what's happening. I'm taking one card for each month, and then I'll be taking many more cards to give you more clarity and more information on what's happening in each month in the year 2020. So please, Spirit, for Libra and the year 2020. Just letting you all know that I'm moving to Greece, so I've got big changes coming up in my life as well as my channel. So thank you all for your understanding, and as I said, this journey that we've shared up to now. Okay, dear Libra, let's see what's happening. There is a lot going on in relationships. Now this is a general, it's not looking just at relationships, obviously. So let's see what shows up. In the month of January, you have the Four of Wands. Four of Wands could be the marriage card. This is a celebration, a family get-together, a housewarming party, an engagement, a baby shower, many things that can come under this card. Usually it's called the marriage card, so you may be attending a wedding. For some of you, this could be your own wedding. If it is, congratulations. Let's see in the month of February, because this speaks of stability. Something is happening where you are getting more stable, where family is concerned, because fours are always about our security, our foundation, and our family. Let's see in the month of February. From the Four of Wands, we go to the Five of Pentacles. Very interesting. So Five of Pentacles is two people that are left out in the cold. They're feeling as though there is a lack of finances, a lack of money, a lack of not feeling connected to spirit. We do have a church in the background, but they are walking together. So, it's all about perspective here, because they do have blessings around them, which they do not focus on. They're more looking at what they don't have than what they do have. So fives always bring in change. So February is going to be quite changeable for you. It's just after the eclipses. Something is happening that you are looking at the situation in a negative way. So let's look at March, and we've got the Four of Swords. Four of Swords is taking time out. Those Three of Swords there is what usually stands out to me in this card. We've got the Church again. So this could be not being on the same page, maybe with someone where your beliefs are concerned. Now we are having Uranus in Taurus for another 6.5 years. And Taurus is all about self-worth. It's our values. So what we value, if you're on a different page with someone else, then that means that there could be radical changes where that is concerned. Now, of course, Uranus is also being in Taurus. Taurus is the money house. It's the house of comforts, and it can be sudden radical change, newness where that is concerned, because Uranus is newness. It's the future. Now, the Four of Swords could also speak of having a break, having time out. After putting in those foundations, you're settling for less here taking time out. Maybe there has been a lot of hard work, let's say, because you've just bought a home, let's say, or you're celebrating some success. And, February, March could be a time of taking it slowly. Now, the Four of Swords does speak of meditation, taking time out before you get up, before this warrior wakes up and he takes that Ace of Swords and uses it. So, okay, so in the month of April, we've got the Fool. And the Fool is Aries energy. Okay, Aries is a brand new start. It's that seed that's been planted. This is a new cycle in your life. You're going for what you desire, leaving behind what was hurtful, what was where there was no understanding. For some of you could be leaving a home, leaving the family home, taking time out. Some of you could be even going on a spiritual retreat, maybe connecting to spirit, growing and maturing spiritually. That's why you may be traveling the world. The Fool is this, going on a journey, taking that risk. Okay, so that's April. Let's look at May. And we've got the Five of Wands. So after the Four of Wands, you're at the Five. Okay. Now, the Five of Wands could be, it's another five, so it's an imbalance, it's disagreements. For others of you, it could be trying to work with others and not being on the same page. This is my card of building, trying to build something within a group, but you're not on the same page. So these could be petty arguments, nothing major, but yeah. And wands are always about work. So some of you could be traveling for work, working within a new group of people. So there's changes, lots of changes happening for you. Now, this could be a family feud as well. So we go from the 4 to the 5. So that's progression. Let's see what the month of June holds. We've got the Nine of Swords. And the Nine of Swords, of course, is a card of, mental anguish, not being able to sleep, worried about disagreements. We've got a fair bit of swords here, so you may be dealing with an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. Of course, this is your energy as well, dear Libra, so you may be worried about not being connected with others, not being on the same page, not being able to, if this is a family feud and you're the outsider, let's say, because Libra is always trying to bring in the balance for others. You're the democratic, the person who will go to the middle, the tug of war and say, you're going to be the mentor to both sides, trying to bring in the balance. And of course, for those of you that are leaving a marriage here because of a heartbreak, if there hasn't been an emotional connection or there hasn't been the sharing of funds, the sharing is, sharing is caring. So whatever you haven't been connected through, so you haven't been, connecting on a deep level here. You've taken time out, you're taking that risk, starting a new cycle. You don't want to be taken as the fool. So because of the Five of Wands, obviously arguments, as I said, petty. Could it be that your family is not agreeing to your new cycle and you're worrying because you've come from a feeling of lack? Maybe that these people are not understanding you, and that's why you are at the Nine of Swords. Let's take the month of July, and we've got the Five of Swords. So yeah, more swords, more intellect, more battle. But the fives, and you've got 1, 2, 3 fives. So some of you may be dealing with someone who is quite challenging, someone who could also be quite narcissistic. They may think that they've taken you for a ride. Maybe you're feeling the fool. But with the Five of Swords, where there's three people and we've got the three swords there, two people are walking away. You've got the swords in your hands. You're ready to win over any conflict. Now, this is tough in comparison to the Five of Wands. So you're fearing the worst, but you've got those swords in your hand. Let's look at the month of August. And we've got, yeah, this is a legal battle, no doubt. With the Six of Pentacles here, which is Libra again. We've got the scales here, giving and receiving equally. This could be monetary, so you're doing battle, you're doing a legal battle. You're going to get the payout that you've been hoping for, that you've been worried about and fighting for. This could be, you know, alimony, child support, of course. So we've got a 5 and then a 6, which from July to August. August is a good month. Some of you may also have someone that is in a, you know, they're well off financially and they're able to support you. This could be another Libra or another earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, that is very supportive, helping you with finances. Let's look at September. And we've got the Ace of Swords, which is amazing. Wow, September, which is your birthday, dear Libra. The sun will bring you the clarity, will give you the strength, the vitality to stand strong, stand in your convictions. This is a successful new beginning. You've cut through the crap. You've done well. And looking at the Ace of Swords, obviously there will be probably movement away from trouble. Okay, so this is your perception. You are standing in your truth. The sword that is by your side here that you've been meditating on, you're using it. What you were thinking about in March, you're bringing to life in the month of September. Let's look at the 10th month of October. 10th month holds the number 10, which is the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so this is Sagittarian energy. This is Jupiter. Jupiter in the month of October is blessing you, bringing you those changes, those much needed changes. This is the end of a cycle. Okay, the wheel is turning in your favor here. Now, Sagittarius is higher education, foreign places, people. It's also the guru. It's law. It's going on a journey, wanting to see foreign places and people. Remember how I said there's movement. Sagittarius is something at a distance. Okay, so October is looking very grand for you. Let's look at the 11th month of November. There's the narcissistic energy that I was talking about before. And this is Capricorn, the devil. Now, we could be talking about an Aquarian. We do have the star above his head because we do have a fair few swords here. Could be Aquarius, could be Capricorn. Even if it's not any of those signs, could be any other air sign as well. But this is someone that's very narcissistic. But also the devil promises that the hard work that you've put in here, the battle that you've done, could be bringing you, Saturn could be bringing you the rewards. Why? Because, and I'm going to say, Jupiter will be in the sign of Capricorn. So I think that's, there's many layers in the tarot, and I do see the devil. I did say 1, 2, 3 5s that you have, which is the devil. It's 15. So some of you could be because, you know, Sagittarius is the law, it's the truth. I feel that in the month of November, for those of you that have been dealing with a narcissistic character, someone who was very strong in their ego, they had a very fully blown ego, they thought that they were the master of the situation. They were the person that was manipulating you. They could manipulate your life. I feel as though you're strong enough to look them in the face and say, I'm not frightened of this, because, the devil can be also fears and restrictions. Okay? And this could also be obligations. It could be just a lot of work, a lot of study, because the Wheel of Fortune can also be higher education. For those of you that are wanting to continue those studies, become the teacher, you're rolling up your sleeves and you're doing a lot of work. Now, the devil can also speak of, drugs, alcoholism, going out and having a wonderful time, not caring about anything, overdoing it. And again, Capricorn is also where Pluto, Saturn, the South Node, there's going to be a stellium of planets in Capricorn, and this is just before the time of Capricorn. So for each and every one of you, it's going to be different. What I love about this is that we've got the Wheel of Fortune just before. Now, Saturn can also be the Lord of Karma and Time. What you've worked hard for, what you've battled for, you could be receiving in the month of November. Let's look at the year end and December. And you've got another ace, which is the Ace of Wands. And the devil can also be strong sexual magnetism, an attraction, a very sexual attraction to another fire sign. We could have Sagittarius, could be any other fire sign, Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. We've got Aries here as well. Now, I want to say, dear Libra, that Aries is your 7th house of other people, partnerships, relationships. Okay, so this is a very, very fertile card. So be careful if you are, overly active in the bedroom. Take precaution, because, this could speak of pregnancy as well. So Ace of Wands is creativity, it's passion, it's inspiration to start something new. Start a new project, start a new life. Something that surrounds what you desire. Something that is what you've always wanted. So, dear Libra, finishing up the year beautifully. Let's see what the general energy is for you. And I want to say that, if this is a family feud, if this is arguments within maybe even extended family, this could be the beginning of, a bright idea that brings in, because I always look at the next month again. From the Ace of Wands, you go to the 4. So it's as though they say that life is a walk in the park. I think that your year is a walk in the park. You go through quite a few things. The funny thing is, though, is that there isn't any cups here at all. No cups cards, no water element. Let's see what the general energy is of the year for 2020 for Libra, please, Spirit. Can't wait to do the extended for you and see what this devil is all about. Okay, here we are. And we've got the Knight of Wands, which is holding that Ace of Wands. So there's a lot of movement, a lot of action, spontaneity, desire. He is traveling with that Ace of Wands. This could be movement and travel. Again, Sagittarian energy. This could be, you may be dealing with a Sagittarius, dear Libra. Someone that could be a foreigner, could be at a distance to you. The Knight of Wands could also signify a lot of travel where work is concerned. And I did say that earlier. So the Knight of Wands could also be a playboy. So if you are dealing with someone that's not serious, doesn't want to commit, just so you know, the Knight of Wands doesn't stay around for too long. So if this is the person that is only interested in the bedroom with you, then just know that this is what's showing up for you. Okay? So, dear Libra, thank you so much for taking the time out and listening and watching this video. I'm wishing you well. Look out for those December readings in the next few days. Talk to you soon. Love and light. Bye-bye.